things first, welcome to Regular Girls.
Welcome to Regular Girls.
I got a new mic, and I feel like I am like DJ Khaled. Is that how you say his name?
You know
Is
what?
he a real DJ? I'm not sure.
I will say there's a lot of
DJ.
There's a lot of like billboards around Los Angeles for like cool DJs, and there's like Steve Aoki, and I'm like, is he cool? Like I don't know.
He's got cool hair. I'll say that much.
But there's a new mic. There's a new mic.
I got a new mic, and it's cool because now I can see it, and I feel like my audio recordings visually look the way they were supposed to look the entire time.
They're not all red, are they?
Nope. No, they're not. But hold on, wait. I might be picking you up still.
Oh, no. Are you? Am I talking and you can hear me?
I can hear you.
No, but like, am I coming up in the thing?
No.
Yeah, we have to check in. It's a new mic. I'm not going to edit that out because I want you to know that we work really hard for this. And this is a big
I didn't want it to be
deal.
wrong. I thought for a second that maybe I could, but no, I cannot. I don't think so. No, we're good. 100%.
Okay, great.
100%.
Perfect. Well, welcome to Regular Girls. New Tech Day, everyone.
Yes, it's New Tech Day. It's also, when you guys hear this, it's not May the 4th, but I think May the 4th is such a stupid holiday. It's not a holiday where it's like, ooh, Star Wars.
Shut up. I did want to post a photo of my nephew when he was like 2 wearing a Yoda hat. But then I was like, this would be a lie because I don't know. I'm not in.
I thought about doing a thing too because I went down and actually interviewed the cast of the newer Star Wars, not Rogue One, the one before that. Yeah, it was for Unfiltered, but it was really bad. It was really bad. Harrison Ford hated me. He made that abundantly clear to me.
Why?
I'm not sure. I think I just asked him stupid questions.
But I think Harrison Ford notoriously does not like interviews.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I showed up to do these interviews, and it was like Ben Mulrooney was ahead of me. It was Ben Mulrooney and some other like famous interviewer guy, like Carson Daly or some shit. It wasn't actually, but so they went ahead of me, and they both walked out, and I was like the third interview for Harrison Ford that day, and they were high-fiving. That was great. He was in such a good mood. I moonwalked in there. I'm like, I got this.
Oh no.
Hated me. I showed up in like a Target Star Wars shirt, and I was like the only like unprofessional that showed up in like Star Wars shirt, and I was like, I don't know. I thought that was like the deal. He did not like it.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's okay. Hey, May the 4th be with you.
You know what? I did say to Brendan to like throw him a bone, like, hey, May the 4th be with you. And then he replied with such seriousness, like a retort. I think something Yoda said, and I went, I can't today. And then I left the room.
I'm out.
I can't.
Yeah, like I want to. Like, I mean, I like Star Wars, but
sure.
I'm like, whatever.
Well, Brendan and I saw Rogue One, and I hated it because I thought it was just like bad and not a good story, and there was all these flaws in it. And I love Diego Luna because he's in Dirty Dancing too.
Oh yes. Shout out to Diego.
Yeah, we know you're listening. Hey, girl.
Hey, hi.
But Brendan and I got in a fight in an ArcLight parking lot because he was offended at all. And the points I was bringing up, he agreed with, but he was just upset that I would attack it right away.
You bullied Star Wars. You bullied Rogue One.
And as I should, and I stand behind it, and I won't.
Don't back down from it.
I won't.
Don't back down.
I won't. And if people want to argue with me.
Felicity Jones, though. Felicity Jones is cool.
What a babe. Absolutely.
Such a babe.
Wait, is Rogue One was the recent one, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't, because you know how there was like the big one that came back, and that one was great.
That's the one I went to go do the interview for, and then Rogue One came out after that.
Yes. And yes, because Felicity Jones was, and she was also in that Stephen Hawking movie.
Yes. Yeah.
She was good in that.
Oh my God, what a good movie. That's such a great movie.
That's a good movie.
Now we're talking. Finally.
Well, wasn't it crazy like how much like tail Stephen Hawking got?
What good for him.
I know.
Good for him. As he should.
He's a genius, but
you invented space, brother.
I know.
Get all that space, poom poom.
People are gonna be like, "That's inappropriate." Aliens.
Yeah, tell me about wormholes and shit.
Well, listen.
Show you my wormhole. I'm just kidding.
Oh my God!
I'm not allowed to say that shit now.
No, anyways, I'm not even gonna go there. No, it's interesting. Today is an interesting day. I've got a little pep in my step because we're doing a Q&A.
Yes, we are.
Which is exciting. So we're going to answer your questions. But first, I have to bring up, you texted me saying you had a very vivid dream that we needed to talk about. And you would not give me any details.
I couldn't because it's a thing that you just need to, I can't give you a second to try to analyze it. I need you to on the spot analyze this son of a bitch.
I can't wait.
Okay, so I recorded a voice memo to myself because I was driving between towns, and you have like a dream, you're like, I'll remember it, and I do remember it.
I never.
But I didn't want to forget any of the details, so I left myself a voice memo.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna play that voice memo now. I'm not really sure what I said in it, so we're all discovering this as we go.
I know. I love it. I can't wait. I got my pen out. I'm ready to write things down.
Okay, here we go. Coming up.
Oh God.
Shared an apartment complex.
Oh, hold on, wait. Okay, here.
Okay, so I had a dream that I shared an apartment complex. It was almost like a stored apartment with Puff Daddy. I was like rushing to leave, and Blue was running around like a maniac, and I was like also trying to like clean up my apartment. And Puff Daddy was there saying like how he was also trying to clean up his apartment. We both were very into having our houses being like a little eclectic and like messy. So we were like hanging out for a bit, and I was very excited that Puff Daddy was my neighbor, and I wanted to ask him how everything went at the Met Gala because it was a hilarious photo of him just laying on the stairs. But I wanted to like play it cool, so I never asked. And then we were sitting with somebody who I assumed was like kind of like, he was like an agent type kind of guy. He was like douchey and wouldn't let me like kind of get in the conversation, but they were like discussing why OK Computer is the best record of all time.
It was twisted.
And I had to leave because I was telling him I had to drive to Fresno, which is what I'm currently doing at this exact moment. And I left the conversation because I saw that there was a stray dog out in the streets, specifically this really cute dog from my dog park, and I went out to go rescue the dog, and that was it. What does it mean?
Okay, here's the
thing. I didn't say anything obnoxious in that. So yeah, and then I ran out to go get this rescue dog, but it was like Diddy was my neighbor.
Okay.
We had an eclectic apartment.
Okay.
We tried to dissect why OK Computer was the best album, but he and his agent wouldn't let me have the conversation because I'm apparently not musically inclined to be a part of that.
Okay.
And then I rescued a dog.
Okay, so here's a couple of things. So we had just started talking about Puff Daddy, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because I talked about how he used to be like my crush.
Yeah. So, okay. So that might just be because he was in the back of your brain, and maybe you've like undusted the love, let's say.
Yeah, I dusted off the love. And not only that, but like I did just see that picture of him at the Met Gala when he was just laying on the stairs, and it was so cool. He was just like laying on the stairs in a suit.
Well, here's the thing. I think that here's like a quick sort of analysis. So the couple things stood out to me. First of all, you consider Puff Daddy to be super confident and just bold and like sitting on the steps, and like that was an imprint to you of like someone with like supreme confidence and like kind of swagger. And maybe you want that because here you are a music like savant, like you're so good at music and you know what's going on, and you're talking about OK Computer, which is a Radiohead, right?
Yeah.
Radiohead. So you're trying to get to like that Puff Daddy level of like, no, I know what I'm talking about. I should be respected. And you sharing an apartment with Puff Daddy is you on the same status. So it's like
suck it, Sean Combs.
Yeah. So it's like you want to be at the same level as P Dids. Or maybe in your life you're wanting more power and control and swagger and to be taken more seriously.
I like when you say swagger.
Swagger. It's like when I say, it's like when I talk about the movie Goodfellas, I always say Goodfellows. But it's like, I think it's that. I think it's you struggling right now, maybe in your life, I don't know, of wanting to like we should clean up our apartment, but I like it eclectic. Like, this is how I want to live my life. I should be respected and heard and validated, just like P. Diddy on the steps of the goddamn Met Gala.
suck it. And then the rescue dog. So here's the weird thing about the rescue dog.
Okay.
I think because John and I have been like talking more about whenever we get another dog, we're going to rescue a dog. So that's kind of been in my head. But here's the weird thing.
What?
Yesterday, I get home. I like land in Vegas. I did like a little bit of running around, and on my way back home, dog in the middle of the street.
No way.
Dog in the middle of the street. So I'm like, this is a sign. I need to help this dog.
Did you help him?
I did. Well, I tried. So two other cars were pulled over. This man in like a truck pulled over. I was going the opposite way, so I pulled over on the other side of the street. Mostly because we made sure the dog obviously didn't get hit by a car. It was like on a slow little street. But I like saw the dog like kind of walk into this like housing, like it wasn't a complex. The house like stood on its own. It was like a really weird part of town. And I saw the people outside, so I pulled in their driveway and I was like, "Hey, is that your dog over there?" They totally ignored me. Basically, like
really
unverbally told me to F off. They were like, "Whatever, man." I'm like, "Oh, well, he was like in the middle of the street." They literally shrugged their shoulders at me and were like, "I don't know, whatever."
What?
And there was like three of them. It was like an older man, a young girl, and like I guess like her boyfriend or whatever. And yeah, none of them cared. So I just like awkwardly put my car in reverse and left. But the dog was safe. But yeah, it was very weird. They were very rude.
What?
I know, right? Yeah, it was messed up.
And then you had the dream about the stray dog, or this was after?
No, this was after.
Well, you know what?
The fact.
Maybe you rescuing the dog is your call to action. Where like in your head you're like, I want to do like whatever you want to do or what you demand. It's a call to action.
I like the call to action. Maybe that's
yes.
Right. Yes, I like that.
Yes.
Okay, great. Yeah. That was my dream. I'm glad that we talked about it.
I'm glad
I knew that it was something that we would bring to the table and just get it out there.
Moving forward, I am voice memoing any dream I have to share on this cast.
It's fun to get it in the moment. I was like, I hope I didn't say anything rude, or I was a little nervous, but I guess we could have edited it out.
No, I just love you're like, I'm on my way to Fresno. It's so glamorous.
So here's another thing that happened that I want to bring forward for you.
Yes, please.
Is that on Instagram, I saw Busy Phillips posted a thing about how her Siri goes off when she's not even in the room. Just like how you talked about before. This is an epidemic that is taking over. Siri is taking over. Busy Phillips knows, and you know.
And I know, and maybe like Busy's following me and like running out of stuff to talk about on our Instagram story. I don't know.
Maybe she might be stealing your shit.
She might be. I mean, like, she might be. I feel like maybe we're long lost sisters, so maybe that's what it is. But
kindred souls.
Yeah. It's so weird. The Siri thing is really strange, and I think I've come to terms it's not haunted. I just talk really loudly, so that might just be what's up. Yeah.
I don't know. It's very bizarre. And there's, you know what I hate? I hate when my phone goes off. I'll be like talking to someone and Siri's like, sorry, I didn't get that. And I feel like the person thinks I'm recording our conversation. I'm like, oh.
Ooh, a bit of a Kim Kardashian, Taylor Swift moment there.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Oh, God.
I'm not above that.
Play one of those. Me neither. Let's play a voice memo of that. That'd be great. I mean, my dream was cool, but like that would be way better. Far more scandalous than me and Diddy sharing an eclectic apartment.
If you and Diddy shared a collected apartment, I would be in the background recording all of that. Make no mistake. Make no mistake.
Oh my God. Take me to your white party, huh? Let's
go. We did, by the time of this recording, you will be away. So we did just speak a few days ago, but like, is there anything new going on? I will say, in speaking of Busy Phillips, I have been on her Instagram and she is starting to do ads for Kraft Dinner and I'm into it.
No, so is, Jenny Mullen.
Yes.
Yeah, she's doing them too. But here's the thing that I also recently read that apparently, I'm sure this applies to a lot of people, but Busy Phillips, it was on like People magazine or something, or someone posted it that wasn't her, saying that she actually makes more money off of her Instagram posts than she does as an actress.
I saw her on Instagram. I was checking her Instagram story and she was talking about it. She was just like, listen, I'm not opposed, because someone was complimenting her for not taking ads. And she was like, I'm not opposed to it. And it's like, you got to make a living. Like, you have the choice to do the ad or not. And like, when people get up in arms, it's like, it's one picture. But
And get off it. If the people get up in arms about it, if somebody offered them money to do it, they would 100% do it.
And also, like, so she was just like, listen, I'm not above it. And I thought that was really bold and awesome. And she was like, you know, I made more money with like partnerships. She partners with Michaels. How cool would that be? Just to do crafts.
Yeah, the twins got to do something with her for Michaels.
Really?
They did like a video together with her. I forget what it was, but I know they shot something with Busy Phillips. Yeah.
She's going on this Disney cruise. I feel like I know too much about this woman, but she was like showing her outfits to take her kids on a Disney cruise. And I was like, can I have that life for but a second?
Just throw me in there. Tag me in.
Put me in a fun jumpsuit, you guys. Come on. What's going on? I'm wearing like a weird shirt I'm already sweating through.
I would like to talk about a cool jumpsuit that I got. I posted on my Instagram the other day.
Oh, I saw. I can't. I'm in such a low fashion mode right now. I threw the phone. I'm not going to lie, Renee. I threw it on my couch. And I went to the bathroom and stared at my roots.
I feel like if I didn't have bangs, I don't know if I would have been able to do the outfit as much. The bangs really made it work.
It was like a full denim suit. It was awesome.
I loved it. Some people were a little on the fence. They're like, "Is that a full? Like that's not even a Canadian tuxedo. It's like a Canadian like 3-piece outfit. Like it's like
hell yeah. You're
damn right it is. You're
damn
right.
What?
Yeah,
I remember I saw it and I was like, I got to step up my game. Like this is too much. I just can't deal with this anymore. And you're hearing it officially. I have to say I was wrong about you not getting bangs.
See?
I was wrong about you not getting bangs. It's great. You got the shag that you want. It's fully realized.
It's realized. I'm living my dream.
She's living with Puff. She's only wearing denim.
Everyone S-D.
I can't believe all it took was a handful of rose quartz and you just got the life you wanted.
Well, listen, everybody just take a minute. Go buy some rose quartz. It's not even expensive. Just go get some.
Yeah, get some rose quartz. Go.
Put it in your pocket and go to a store and see what happens. Go on a walk. Put yourself in the environment that you want to be in with some rose quartz. And
hell
bam.
Yeah, get some Reiki from my girl Sarah, who I asked if I could use her name. Her name's Sarah Shook. Go find her. She's amazing.
Sarah Shook. What a great name for someone that does Reiki.
I know. Shook. And she's divine. Divine. Her apartment's so nice. And I think I talk about it way too much when I'm there. I'm like, your apartment's like so nice. Like my apartment's like a piece of shit. And she's like, you can go. Your
apartment looks really cute. I think that your apartment looks adorable.
Thank you.
I love your apartment. Though granted, I only see the back part of your office, but it looks nice.
Oh, thank you. Oh yeah, you only see the back of it. Yeah, this one's okay. Although someone did come into my office one time and go, whoa, there's a lot happening here.
I like that though. Me and Puff both like that.
Hey, can I move in? I got some swaggery, you guys.
Yeah, bring in your swagger. We'll put it over there by the tree stump.
Oh, that's so nice. I can't wait to have my own tree stump and have Vic sleep on it. My heart will just melt.
Dogs are so great. I love dogs. Blues just captured my whole heart.
Oh my God. All I do, I know when I have kids, I'm just going to take videos and pictures of them constantly.
You know what's crazy is I was actually thinking this the other day. I'm like, the amount that I love Blue, I don't know that I'm sure that I will, but I couldn't imagine loving a creature as much as I love Blue. Could you imagine that love that you have for a child that is more intense than the love that you have for your dog? That's crazy. That's a lot of love. It's a lot of love.
I mean, do you have any nieces or nephews?
No.
Oh, yeah. So I have a nephew who's like my world.
Okay, I don't have any of those.
Yeah,
I got Blue and a husband. Oh, bam.
Oh, bam. Rose quartz. It can all happen for you guys, too.
Yeah, I guess if I was around kids, I would probably know that feeling a little bit more. But I'm like, God, I love my dog so much.
No. Yeah, my nephew's super cute. And I know it's even more when you have a kid. But like my nephew, like right now, he's like almost 5. So when I called him, he's like, Auntie Stacey, I'm playing a very important game. I can't talk to you right now. And then I cry for an hour because I'm like, and now I yell at him. I'm like, you used to poo on me and I let you because you were sleeping. So you have to talk to me. And he's like, I can't, Auntie Stacey, please.
Yeah. Oh my God, what a delicious little thing.
He's delicious. And like, I'll FaceTime him and he'll go, Uncle Brendan, because he can't do his R's. And like, Brendan's heart will be like, oh. And one time he called or FaceTimed Brendan just to talk to him so they could go on an adventure. So like Brendan walks around and goes outside with the phone.
Stop.
Yeah. And Brendan called me and goes, guess who called me? And I was like, oh my God, did you get a job or something? He's like, no, I'm still, no. And he's like, Camden called me and wanted me to play. Like you light up. You're just like, I'm so cool.
That's so cute. Yeah, I've never really had a kid that's really like into me because I don't really know a lot of children. But one day, I'll know some children and I will love them more than I love my dog. But I'm not going to tell him that just yet.
Although I will say, my friend,
he's going to get to the back of the line.
Yeah, my friend Jason just had his son is now like 1 and can start running. And I will say, I know I'm not ready for a kid because I was like, he can get up and run now. That means he can get you beers from the fridge.
Good. No, kids should do that. My parents would have made me do that.
I did it all the time.
You have to do these errands for your parents. It's a bonus of having a kid.
Do you know how many teas I made for my mom? Yes. Like, go make me a tea. Oh, I hate that.
Make me a tea, make me a coffee. My mom used to try to get me to rub her feet. It's gross.
It's gross.
She still sometimes. She's like, can you just touch my foot? I'm like, get out of my house.
I'm not doing that for you.
I'm not doing it. Get your lotion out of here. It's not happening.
I'm not zipping up your dress. I'm not stirring your oatmeal. Like, no.
Yeah, your toes feel like they're made out of a Ziploc bag.
Come on. No. That's not what this relationship is.
It's changed.
Yeah. I steal your lottery tickets and that's it. Yeah. Stop.
Great.
Yeah. I can't handle that. That's not what my relationship with my parents is at all.
No. But anyways, yes. Whenever I crank out a couple children, I'm going to put them to work.
Make no mistake. I don't even smoke, and they will go to the store to buy me some.
Roll this cigarette. You don't smoke. Well, just in case.
You got little hands. Roll the cigarettes. All right. So
Q&A time?
Q&A. Like, you guys send in so many. We're going to have to do more than one. This is such a great...
It's really fun.
Shenanigan. I was worried. We didn't have any pervs, which was great.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you for not being pervs.
That's a big step forward in the world of the internet.
Yes.
So thank you for that.
We were just talking about, like, I am not at all close to your social media presence, so I thought no one would ask any questions on my handles, and they did, and it was it really put a pep in my step. It did.
Yeah, they're involved. How about me using that weird hashtag of the angel? I didn't mean to do that.
Yeah, do we want to talk about that? Because you had done it, and then I was like, oh, okay.
Sure. I don't know what happened. I posted it and I was like, what happened?
I was like, did Renee get it?
I actually didn't realize it until I saw you post yours and I was like, wait, what? I was like, oh, whatever. Let's just pretend it's normal and roll with it. And it worked. It still worked. We got your question.
I just thought, like, did Renee's hands turn into, like, dinosaur claws and she just stumbled upon this weird emoji?
Yeah, it did. It just happened.
Well, moving forward, now they're just weird emojis, and that's just what it is. And that's a regular girl hot tip for you. It's never going to be normal.
Nope. Hashtag the juggler. It's all.
Hashtag the juggler.
Hashtag obviously RIP the juggler. I wish that we had maybe we can record one of these for our next Q&A, but we need to have a Q&A with Stacey and Renee. We need to have some kind of an intro to it. Maybe that was it.
I'll just take that and I'll just put that between the questions.
Perfect.
I'll add an echo to it so it's real fun.
Yeah, just make it good. Make it good.
Good.
Okay, so I'm going to do the first question.
Jump in. Yeah.
We'll both answer them. So this is from her name's Serenity. I can't read her actual Instagram handle. I can, but I just don't know what it's supposed to say. So, what is something you wish that you knew when you were younger, even though you're both still really young?
Thank you.
Love you, girls.
Thanks,
Serenity. So, something that you wish that you knew when you were younger that you know now.
Okay, this is what I wish I knew. I wish I knew that nobody cares what you're doing. And what I mean by that is not what you're doing is not important, but the amount of time I've spent and continue to spend as an adult and trying to get over it, thinking well, if I do this person will think this, or oh, they must be I can't believe I farted in class. That's all anyone's going to think about. And it's no one's thinking about it. Nobody cares.
To be fair, there is an old man that continually farts my yoga class, and I hope he's always there.
Yeah, well, that guy's a maniac. It's a hot yoga place. That's disgusting. We all need to shower twice now. Obviously, RIP to your farts, buddy. But nobody cares. Like, nobody cares. I dressed literally like my teacher, and I was like, what's happening? Nobody cares, okay? It's just, you
get over things. So you can be bold in your pursuits because nobody cares. And if you do the thing that you want to do.
And if you realize nobody cares, then everyone thinks you're cool because they're like, whoa, you don't care. She doesn't care. She doesn't care what anyone thinks. And it's like, you'll succeed a lot farther because you're too busy. Yeah, it's too much.
Doing your thing. You're busy staying in your own lane. Builds gumption and prowess.
Yeah.
Prowess.
What about you? What's your answer?
Yeah, I guess I would definitely like piggyback onto what you just said.
Yeah.
And like, which I never really did a lot of this anyways, but like, don't take anyone's shit.
Oh, ever. None. No.
Never take anyone's shit. No. But, in the regards of like, pay respects to people that deserve your respect, absolutely. But if there's someone that's like barking up your tree about some BS, get on them. Don't put up with people's crap ever.
Move forward. It's like, and everyone's too busy worrying about themselves, and any sort of like attack on you is just an insecurity. And yeah, it's like someone else's success doesn't mean your failure. So that's just 100%. What you have to, which is just a new thing I heard. And I want to say Oprah said it, but I don't think so. But that's my mantra now.
Did. I think she must have said that.
Totally.
That's a very Oprah thing. But that's actually true. I recently saw that in a post. In a post I saw on the internet. I saw something about that. It was like it was something to do with like women supporting each other, and like a woman's success does not mean that you messed up or that you need to tear that person down because they beat you to the punch, or they did. It might even be something totally unrelated. Who knows?
Absolutely. I mean, listen, guys. Just be yourself and tell everyone to eat shit from the last podcast.
I've been thinking about us telling people to eat shit since our last podcast.
Eat shit. Just eat shit.
It's got a real zing to it.
Well, because if someone really told you that and meant it, I'd be like, what did I do?
Totally.
Because that's when like
said it and walked away. Whoa.
It's like my dad's super cool. Like he's super chill, doesn't really get angry. But if he was like, that's enough, or was like, eat shit, I'd be like, oh man, I really messed up. God damn.
If anyone's parent tells them to eat shit, that's like definitely a step in the wrong direction.
Oh, I can't wait till my kids turn like 18 and I will just say it every day.
It. Oh. Actually, I think my fully loaded artillery of curse words mostly comes from my mom.
Of course. Where do you think who taught us how to speak?
You know what my mom used to do when we were kids? I curse a lot, obviously. Shocker. Spoiler alert. I swear a lot. But when I was a kid, my mom, so say I would like stub my toe or someone was like mean to me at school or something went awry.
Yeah.
My mom would go, okay, you have 1 minute to say whatever you need to say. And I would like warm up my hands and like tee it up and just like every curse word I knew would come out of my mouth for a minute.
That's great.
I don't know if that's a great parenting skill, but I really appreciated it.
Oh my God. I think that's great.
I think that's like a cool mom move. She just let me do it and then she's like, all right, you're good now.
Well, it's also because...
you're right. I do feel better.
Well, yeah. And also like when your teen is mad at you and goes to their room, what do you think they're doing? Oh man, my mom was right. I'm not respecting her the way that I should. Oh, I should go back out and apologize. They're going like, F her. She's a freaking blah, blah, blah. Like,
To be fair, I was not a teenager. I was probably 6.
Well, listen, adult emotions find
from the very young age.
Adult emotions find you where they find you. That could be 6. That could be 16.
They hunt you down. However, there was one moment. My mom and I were walking through the Pickering Town Center in Ajax, or in Pickering, Ontario. Obviously, we're walking through there, and she wouldn't let me buy something. It was like a total bratty kid moment. And I like screamed at my mom to F off, but like full on like the F word. And like I instantly got like hot because she just turned around and looked at me and I was like, I will rue the day. I was never more afraid for my life than the moment that I said that to my mom. Yeah, it was very scary.
It's funny that you bring that up because I was just talking to Brendan about the first time, like maybe for me, it was like the first time as a teen when I told my parents to go like F off or like go F themselves or whatever. I love how we're being so appropriate. But I was like...
the only time I'm not saying the swear word.
I was like, that in those moments, I was like, I'm a woman. Now, can I borrow the keys? I want to go to Dairy Queen. So cool. All right. Okay, here's a question, which, I mean... Okay, here's one.
Okay.
It says, my husband and I... This is Megan Elizabeth. Should we say the names? Do you think people care?
Yeah, they do care.
My husband and I have been married forever and have the worst trouble coming up with new ideas for dates. So what are some of the best or most fun dates you've been on?
Gosh, I'm really lame. I'm not gonna lie.
Me too.
I like very simple dates. Like I don't want like an extravagant thing where it's like, man, we went to like like an amusement park and we rode this ride and then we went and ate. I don't know. I want to like. I like going. Can we like go for a walk to a park? One of my favorite things actually. That John and I did. This was actually. It wasn't even like an on purpose date, but we were just walking. It was when I lived in New York and I lived in Astoria, and we walked down to Astoria Park, and there was just like a random band playing, and we just sat there in the park and had a couple beers and watched like this band play, and it was like on the backdrop of New York, which still sounds very romantic and cool.
Because it is.
If New York City is not your particular backdrop, it's it's still cool. It's cool no matter what. Yeah, I like simple dates. It's always fun to like go to a concert. I like going to movies, but that's not like a date thing because you're not talking to each other.
But I love a movie. I love a movie date.
Oh, me too. That's like our main thing of like
a movie date.
Movies this week to go see this. It's the best. Gosh, what's like a good? Yeah, and it's still the same thing. We like spent a day like going to like the museum. We went to like the Natural History Museum.
You guys.
Yeah, but we got there like as they were closing, so we only had like 45 minutes to run through the museum. And then we just went and like sat by like the gosh, what do you call it? Like when they're in Venice and they have the little boat things?
Gondolas?
It is a gondola. I was gonna say that, but I didn't know if that's the right word. And they like we had set like this little like outside patio thing. They had like the little gondolas going around. Like it was just like a fun, pretty atmosphere. And
so
like
nice.
honestly, even if you're just like kind of like on a budget or whatever, like depends on what city you're in and what town you're in, but like we could have just hopped on the subway and picked an exit to get off and just discover something new together. Like that's something cool.
That's pretty badass, and that's a great thing because it's like, yeah, on a budget. Like, I mean, something that Brent and I will do is like go and like get cheeses we've never tried before and make a cheese plate and like have a cheap bottle of wine or like a bottle of cheap champagne because who cares? Or like because I mean our dates are really boring. We just like we like to go to restaurants. We even said that in our vows. We just like to go to restaurants. We just like to eat. We like to
get what's up.
Yeah, anytime we were sad, if we were upset or sad, we're always like, let's just go to dinner. We just like to go out. But like we'll have like a taco night and we'll go like get Coronas and make guacamole and like make tacos and like
it's fun.
Watch a action movie that's stupid and like just like do like a theme night.
Yeah, it's fun when you do that. Like, actually, again, we said it's May 4th right now, which it's not going to be when you hear this, but tomorrow, of course, would be Cinco de Mayo. And, like, that's always a fun day that, like, we'll sit in our backyard and just play, like, Spanish music and we'll, like, have, like, Coronas. It's fun to, like, do stuff that's, like, not in your element. Because, like, even often, like, I get in, like, a bit of a slump sometimes where I'll just, like, play the same music or whatever. But, like, it's cool to, like, even just sit. You guys can, like, sit down and just, like, listen to a new album together.
Oh, that's awesome. Or go to the record shop, pick out like a $2 album and go listen to it.
Yeah. It's simple, fun. It's like doing something together when you're like learning something that like you're doing it at the same level. You know, it's not like you introducing him to something or him to you. You guys are like doing a thing together.
But cool. I think that's nice because I think so often people get like, when you see like people going all out for Valentine's Day, I'm like, absolutely no, thank you. It's too much. No, stop with that.
Not into it. I hate it.
The huge like displays, like, you know, I used to, when I worked at Second City, people would get engaged there. And like, that's cool if that's your vibe. For me, it's not. So my date vibes are never like, I don't want to go out to a restaurant on Valentine's Day. No, thank you. Never. No. The lines? The groups? No.
Yeah, what are you doing, a prefix menu? Get out of my face.
I don't want that.
No way. But like, then it's fun to like, I love to cook. So, like, any reason that I have to, like, try a new meal or try to, like, even if you tried to, like, do, like, a kind of a gourmet meal yourself at home. Like, it's so fun and it's so satisfying.
It is.
It's great. There's nothing better than making something awesome and seeing, like, the reaction on your significant other's face of, like, yeah, I'm a bad bitch and I will crank some food out.
Hell yeah. And when I made this vegan cheesecake with, like a jam on top, I felt like goddamn Martha Stewart and... Yeah. I just threw burger into the clouds and I went, I am the queen, hear me roar. Okay.
I just thought of like just one other fun thing that you guys could maybe do together. What if you like rearranged your furniture.
Oh my God, love that. No one talks
fun,
about
right?
that. No one talks about how fun that is. It just like spices up we just did that to our living room. I feel like refreshed.
It changes everything.
Everything.
Yeah, it's so cool. Yeah, I'm glad I just put that one out there.
Yeah, that's a great one. And I'm going to do that one if I'm ever back into a city that has transit. But like getting off on a subway stop and being like, cool, what's the new dive bar? What's the new place? So then you always have places around the city.
Exactly.
That's
you can
so smart.
You can just like randomly pick a spot. Like we would get on the subway, and I was on like the NQR train, so I would and I was like at the very end of the train. So we would get on, and we'd just have like tall boy beers and just like sit on the train and
that's so
hop
fun.
Off the spot. And, like it was always so fun. Like yeah, it was great. It was such a good time. I love that. I miss those days. Those good fun New York days of just like tromping around the town.
It's so great. A subway. Okay, what's your question?
I know, right? Okay, so next question here is from Ashley.
Okay.
Okay, if you had a chance to go back in time and change something you did wrong and do it over, what would it be?
Oh my God.
Don't
you love it when people are like, I have no regrets? And I'm like, yeah, because you're a millionaire and it all kind of panned out. You know?
I feel like
oh God,
I'm sure I could think of like certain auditions I've had that I would have loved to have gone back and redo.
Oh, sure, yeah. But then, it's like my thing is like, well, then you're kind of in the spot where you're at now, which is great.
Exactly. And but that kind of goes to the point that you just said of like, oh, I have no regrets. It's like I am a firm believer that like things just kind of go where they're supposed to go.
Yeah.
And I think that's like that butterfly effect thing. I think it changes everything about who you are right now. Unless you're like massively unhappy with where you're at right now, which I don't think anybody should be. Then yeah, I don't know. I can't really think of anything in particular.
I think the only time that you'll probably regret something. Oh my God, Brendan's calling me. I don't care. We're not going on a date tonight. I guess like the only thing I would like particularly regret is like the moments in your life where you were unhappy and you like didn't take a risk and you became like kind of.
That's good.
What is that? Subservient? What's like you just kind of let it happen? What's that word?
You stay in like you just like stay. I don't know what the word is, but when you like stay in the pattern of being unhappy.
Yeah, it's like
actual phrases for that, but
it's like the relationships you stayed in too long, but then again you come out with more perspective. But it's like I think I would have been a bit more daring. I think in my choices, I think I played it safe for a long time. Yeah.
I do. I think that's like a good point to bring up because there's so many times that like you think of things of like when you were kind of sitting waiting for something to happen or like waiting for someone to come to you with an idea, like to kind of like take matters into your own hands in a certain way.
Yeah.
I think like I can think of like certain arguments that I've gotten with people when I've been like, there's nothing worse than being in an argument with somebody and you like say something that was like petty or like mean.
Totally.
Like that's like the worst. That sticks in like my heart and in my stomach for so long. I have a hard time letting that go. I was such a dick.
I was such a bully. Yeah.
Really?
I was such a bully. Well, I was so insecure as a kid. Oh my God. Like I was so scared of being made fun of that I just was like, I had an arsenal of everything I could hurt. Like I would meet someone and be like, "Okay, this is your weakness. And when it will come to blows, this is what I will say about you," which is like such a horrible way to like enter a relationship.
That's kids.
But I will, but this is not kids. This is like also university, like, better. But I've made amends. I've done the whole amend train when I realized I didn't want to be that kind of person. And the relationships survived that were meant to, and the ones that didn't, it's like you just kind of have to wear that.
And even that's like those still are like the growing periods for you as a person, and it does take a second to realize that stuff. And like it, I mean, you even think of like bullying and stuff. It's like everyone's been in a position where either they've done it or they've like received it. And that's just, I do think that's a part of growing up. It shapes you for who you are, and you like learn. You're like, okay, well, I don't want to be that person. That made me feel terrible. And ugh.
A lot of these questions are like, what would you change about someone? I'm like, nothing. They're great.
Everyone's great. Okay. You got a good one?
No, do you have one? Go.
Oh, I have one, but I...
No.
Okay.
Yeah, you go, and then I've got one after that.
All right, this is from Chocolate Soul.
Ooh, hello.
What's up, Chocolate Soul? Remember Purple... Oh, was it Chocolate Rain?
It's
Chocolate Rain.
I love how you like Chocolate Soul. Remember Purple? No, that's not what it was.
I didn't do Purple Rain. It's Chocolate Rain. I said chocolate, which triggered me to say Chocolate Rain. It's not Purple Rain. It's Chocolate Rain.
Rain. Love Chocolate Rain. Yep. What's the question?
Chocolate rain. What's your favorite comfort food?
Oh, okay. This is a really hard question, as I have many. Did I tell you when I was at that interview, they asked me, like, the icebreaker question was like, how do you make a sundae? And I was like, shoot me in the face. This is done. I was like,
when did this happen?
Oh, I had like an interview like a while back, just to, and this like 23-year-old was like the manager, and she was like, to end my interviews, I like to ask like, how do you make a chocolate sundae? And I was like, well, why don't you shove me into a driving car that's about to pass me and murder me, because this is horrible and I hate you and your homemade choker that you're wearing right now.
Dick. What the?
Just if you work in retail, or just be cool. But my favorite comfort food, I love all foods so much. Oh
Me
my
too.
God.
I love everything. My life revolves around eating. It's all I think about is when my next meal is going to be.
And I mean, if I could really, like, the thing I hate most is when I go for a comfort food and it doesn't like work out, like a comfort food, like a lasagna or like an ice cream cake or like.
Yeah, a lot of times if I go to eat something and I'm like, I'm going to have it, I'm just going to do it, and it doesn't live up to what I'm going to do, I spit it out.
Day ruined. That's smart. I still eat it, and I just go, this sucks. No,
I feel like when I do it, I need it to be like the best, because we actually a lot of times have like mac and cheese and catering.
Love mac and cheese.
I love mac and cheese, but it's not always awesome. Sometimes it's killer, and I'm like, yeah, I'm going to have a little bit, and other times it's not. I'm like, okay, I know it's not great, so I'm not going to bother.
Yeah. I think my biggest comfort food would be like for my birthday this year, Brendan made me a cake out of white powdered donuts because I'm like so shitty. But I love that with a big candle on top because those are my favorite white powdered donuts.
Amazing. What a good idea.
No, it's not a good idea, Renee, because I just had a plate full of white powdered donuts that had to be eaten.
It sounds fantastic. Like, were they the little mini ones?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Those are my like, oh my God, if I could go to town on those with no repercussions, look out. What's yours?
I'm going to make that for somebody one time. Or like the cinnamon powder. I like the cinnamon powdered ones a lot too.
Make that cake. It's good.
I really like, mine's like more like, I like decadent, like savory foods. Like I love things with like truffle in it. Like if there's like a truffle mac and cheese or like a lobster mac and cheese, like, I love that. I also, I think like for me, like a good pasta, like a good carbonara pasta, like that's the shit. And also just on like a basic ass level, like any kind of chips, but like mostly an all dressed chip is like fantastic comfort food for me.
Oh yeah. You know what's crazy is I've just recently gotten back into, after going to a couple of house parties, is French onion dip with a plain chip.
I just bought some.
Dude, it's
literally
insane.
just bought some. It's so good.
Oh, the hell of a good dip too. My sister gained 30 pounds in one summer, and like she openly talks about it when she was like 14. When she was like 14, she spent a whole summer in the basement with her friend eating hell of a good dip, and she came out in September, and we were like, "Well, you look different." She lost it. She's fine now, but hell of a good, like a French onion dip. It'll get you. It'll get you.
It sounds so good. Yeah, I bought some of that the other day at the grocery store. I was like, I'm just going to have this just in case.
Yeah.
Just in case, because I don't know what's going to happen.
Oh, treat yourself. Dip in, girl. Dip in. Okay.
And also a cookie dough blizzard.
Oh, cookie dough blizzard. Absolutely. Yeah. I would always say no fudge, double cookie dough if you want.
Oh, so smart. Give me all that cookie dough.
Oh, yeah.
I pretend I'm going to go get frozen yogurt so I can put cookie dough on it.
Oh, my. I do that all the time, too.
Yeah, give me that.
Yeah, it's always those moments after like the cookie dough froyo moment where I'm like, oh, my face is thinning out, and then I go to the bathroom and I'm like, no, it's very round. It's a full circle here. Okay, here's one by Michelle Faulkner. What would you do if you won the lottery? What would be the first thing you would purchase?
Oh gosh, depends on how much you win in the lottery. Really, let's vary, but like,
let's just say like 25 million. So it's not like you don't have to worry, like, so let's not say taxes first, which you do apparently here. Not in Canada, you just get your winnings. You guys.
What?
Yeah.
Can I move back to Canada to reap those winnings?
I'm assuming I'm winning the lottery in Canada. What would I buy? Besides bills, so like your bills are paid, all that stuff is paid. What's the thing you're going to buy?
This is like indulgent things that you want to do. I think one of the main things, and this is something that I've always wanted to do, that I think is like the ultimate coolest thing, is I would like to go on a safari.
Whoa, cool!
Like
I've had some friends do that.
Like safari trip, like go to Africa, do a trip and like see a tiger in real life and see like a zebra in real life, like that's not in a zoo.
It's interesting that you said that because I also thought trip, but I would go to like Bora Bora where like you're over top of the ocean and you have those
like clear bottom.
Yes,
things.
dude, I would do that for sure. And like you have your own like bar and you don't have to be bothered. And then like you can go to the restaurants and not worry because those are expensive.
Yeah. That would actually be great. Wouldn't it also be nice if like you could just have enough money to like support like your favorite people and you all just like hung out all the time and just like rented a boat and went on the lake and just like hung out? Like that'd be the best.
Oh my God. And also like, what was I going to say? Amy Schumer does that all the time. Like you always see photos of her like bringing her friends. Like Chelsea Handler brings all of her friends. She does it
all the time. And that's like, I think that's kind of where my idea came from. It's like, man, you just get to like hang out with your friends like the coolest locations all the time. Like I would love to do that. It'd be awesome.
It'd be the best. I would go on trips. I would, buy a house, get a pool, do the things.
Yeah, exactly. Like I think like, gosh, wouldn't it be fun if like sometimes I wish that like Daphne from Frasier lived in my house.
Yeah, just pay that actress to come live with you. I think she'd be in.
But to like, if you had like a girl, she's like. She was like your friend. You could hang out, have wine, and she also like managed to fold your laundry. That'd be great. Also called my mother, Mom, help me.
What's your question?
Okay, so this is from Vanessa Dobson. Would you guys ever decide to make Regular Girls a live TV show? #BabyAngel.
Hell yes.
Yes.
Wouldn't that be so fun?
I would love nothing more than to do that.
I know, me too.
Aside from having Daphne live in my house.
I just imagine this actress is like, oh, I'm bringing my husband Don and our dog like Ricky. And I'd be like, what a weird life you have now.
She's just like aged a bunch and she's like, she's better than Jeffrey. I don't want Jeffrey. Fresh Prince.
Oh no, she just sits in the back too of like this little podcast. She's like, hello, you guys need anything? No, I would love to make it a TV show. It'd be so great. You know, I see some of these podcasts that are semi-TV shows, and I'm like, I think we'd really bring it up a little notch.
I think because I think we'd be good on that.
I think we'd be good.
Fun.
Hey,
let's just start recording this. So we have a studio we could use. Facility.
NBC executives. Hey, girls, we know you guys are listening. Hook us up,
please. Yeah, hook us up.
Let people know. Let people know you want the show. That'd be so fun.
I would love to do that. That would be so much fun.
And then
then we could put on cool outfits.
We could. Oh my God!
I'm not wearing one now, but we'd put on cool outfits. Or wouldn't?
No,
it's probably better if we don't.
First of all, you are wearing a cool outfit. Renee and I both Skyped into each other. We were both wearing tank tops. I had to immediately change because
stupid.
You're wearing like a muscle tee tank and a cool hat. I was wearing some it looked like a semi ballerina leotard tank that was just way too tight, and it was just showing so much arm. And I was like, I can't do this. Now I look like garbage, but I would love a TV show. And also in turn, a lot of people have been asking about merch. So we got to get our asses on that and get some tees.
The only person that has regular girl merch is you, right?
This girl right here.
Yeah, your husband hooked you up.
Yeah, well, he took the most embarrassing photo of my life.
It's so good.
I love it. Oh yeah, so we got to get into that too because people are asking. So we'll make it happen.
Yes. Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, hold on. What's another question here? Where do you have any other questions while I'm looking up?
I do. Yeah. Yes. Okay. So this is from Erica. Any advice to help getting over talking in front of a large crowd?
Ooh, that's a good one.
So I hate talking in front of a large crowd,
which is crazy.
I really hate it. Yeah, I don't like it at all. It depends on what it is. So say if you and I were to go and do like a thing together with this, that would be easy. I wouldn't mind. Like that would be fun, and I wouldn't be stressed about it. But a lot of times, given like my job that I'm in, I'll go do stuff as like kind of like a moderator for things. Because even it depends. Like I've done stuff at like South by Southwest. I've done stuff in like high schools and like elementary schools. There's been like so many different platforms of me like talking in front of people. But a lot of times it's talking about stuff that is not like my regular vernacular. Mm-hmm. I'll be talking about or I'll have to be very like professional and together. So I'm not just like loose me talking about the things that I know. It's stuff that I have to like actually memorize and like try to make sense so that people don't think that I'm an idiot. When in factuality I am. So it's like one time I got hired. This is when I was still working for the Score. I got hired to go MC this like new wing that was opening at a hospital for this new artery thing.
Oh my gosh.
Not my demographic.
No.
I showed up and like they had all these words that I legit just didn't know how to pronounce. And I was like, why am I here? I don't understand what I'm doing here. I've never been so nervous to do something as I was that day. But anyways, aside from these crippling fears,
yeah.
I think, but I do them and you get through it. You figure it out. But I think it's like finding a way to make something feel like it's your own. So you feel like you are you. That's kind of the only way to really do it. And if you like, there has been times that I've gone out and I've just like regurgitated information or I've just read off of a paper. And sometimes I actually have to because I just don't know what I'm talking about. Like I've had to go in and talk about like back end servers for like the WWE network. And I'm like, I don't talk that tech lingo. Like, I don't know what that is. So, but yeah, I think it's like trying to find something that feels like it's your own. Another tool that I really like is wearing flat shoes.
Yes. Feel grounded. I think, high heels for me doesn't really work, but, I mean, I don't mind big groups, but I think it's just because in my mind, it's like you've been hired to do that thing or you've been asked to speak that for a whatever. And so you have to bring yourself to it. You have to bring your own knowledge to it. And I think, like when I would do speeches in school, you know, did you ever have to do that?
Speeches in school I loved because that I could handle, and I it's not even a matter of like knowing the people. Sometimes it's actually more nerve-wracking when you do know the people. But then you put in enough time about the thing that you're talking about or whatever that it's like I loved doing that stuff. Presentation days, I was like annoyingly like, let me talk to everybody for a bit. Yeah,
so into it. But it's like, large crowds, it's like, listen, at the very least, think of it this. If it's a very large crowd, the majority of people are going to like it. And the majority of people probably won't remember it. And also... It's like, just bring yourself and, if you get nervous, just address it. Don't make it a huge thing. You'll get through it.
Yeah. And like, don't get hung up on it being perfect because that will mess you up. If you can there's been times like, even on like TV, like being on TV, is easy. I'm just like looking at cameras and like, there's sometimes even
but that's terrifying. Like that's terrifying to me, like down the barrel of a camera. I'm like, oh, I don't know. But in a live scenario, no one's going to see you do it again. So it's fine. You're okay.
That's actually true. That's actually a really good point.
You know?
Imagine we had this conversation. I can't do my job anymore. I'm like, I need beta blocker. Get me out of here.
I'm like, pass me a Beetlejuice jacket. I'm in. Give me a top knot.
I actually heard that about Chelsea Handler before. She was going to do a live speaking engagement or something, and her friends and family were there, and it freaked her out so badly that she had to like take a second to like compose herself to go out to do it, and then she had to work with a beta blocker for a while because she was getting so nervous and psyched out about
that's crazy
doing her job. Yeah, it's crazy. But I think you get like different like waves of anxiety based off of a bazillion different things. There was actually a period of time that I felt like I was getting really anxious. I was going to do like a kickoff show, and I could feel I was getting really, really nervous. And I was like, why am I nervous? I don't get nervous for this. What's happening?
Yeah.
And I realized that it's because I was drinking too much caffeine. And it was like messing me up. I couldn't do it.
That'll do it. And it's like, and it's also like, realize if you're really nervous to speak in front of people, realize that like the majority of the people feel the same way. So it's like, you're actually doing something kind of brave.
Totally.
So tap yourself on the back because everyone like, especially if you go to a conference or like I've done a lot of corporate gigs and it's like a lot of the people don't want to be in your position. So they're just happy that it's not on them. And also one last thing that I've learned from doing a bunch of improv for many years is that people are there just to have a good time. People just want to be informed. People just have to be there for work. People just want to laugh. So don't put too much pressure on yourself.
Laugh it up. Cut the nipples out of your shirt and call it a day.
Yeah, oh my God. But again, that's a Mean Girls reference. That is Regina George doing that when she just was like, whatever, who cares? No, and everyone was like, whoa, we got to cut the nipples out of our shirts. Regina George doesn't care. See how that worked, you guys? Stop caring. Oh my God. So I've got two last ones and their names are Casey and then another one is Stacey.
Whoa. I thought you were going to say Casey and JoJo.
I wish. But
Casey and Stacey, dang.
Yeah. So
okay. What did Case and Stace have to say?
So Casey Jennifer Tran is asking, do you have any tips for mending a broken heart?
Oh Oh gosh. I think the main thing is to embrace the broken heart for at least a couple days. Just let it happen. I like to kind of like, if I'm like sad or something, I honestly like, I'm misery loves company. I love to just kind of wallow in it for a sec. Yeah. Have a couple trigger songs that'll bum you out for a little bit, or get a good cry out. Watch some movies. Have some food, and then get your shit together. Get over it. Let yourself feel sad about it, and then remind yourself of how awesome you are, and that things end up turning around. Things always turn around. If that's not the person you're supposed to be with, that's okay. You find the person you're supposed to be with.
Absolutely. Yeah, my grandmother always said, give yourself a pity party and like really do it. Really do the pity party in, like really allow yourself. Because when people are like, I'm fine, they end up like doing weird and wacky. You start
twitching.
Oh, and you make bad mistakes.
And that's kind of going back to what we talked about of like, if you don't pull yourself out of a situation, yes, let the situation happen, but also know when to pull yourself out of it. Yeah. Honestly, I give it like a weekend kind of.
A weekend for sure.
Yeah. I mean, it depends on, I don't know, I guess it maybe, I don't know. Maybe I haven't had that much of a broken heart that I've had to like take that much time. Like a couple days, it's fine, whatever.
I just imagine poor Casey being like, we were married for 17 years and we're like, get over it in a weekend. Who cares?
That's what just made me like change my mind too. I'm like, well, I guess I don't really know like the gravity of their situation, but like even if it's like, you know, it could be something that's like, there's so many heartbreaking things that happen, whether you lose a pet or a family member or something. It's like you have to just let it happen.
Yes.
Feel sad.
Have some wine. Oh my
God.
But can I say this? Having my only real tip though, and having done this, and I don't want you guys to do it, is like put your phone away after you've had some wine, or if it's like late night, like get that phone away from you, give it to your roommate, leave it in the living room. Like do not text anyone past like, I was going to say 8 o'clock just to be safe, but like 11,
depends on when you,
12,
it depends on when you started drinking.
Really. Oh yeah, don't call them. Don't leave voicemails. Like that's why people put those in movies, those scenes of people doing that. You know don't.
And I think like a lot of times too, people like it's so easy. So if you're in like hang out with a girlfriend or like your friend or whatever, like have someone there with you, because a lot of times, and I've had this with like other friends and family members that I see them doing this, that they want to find a reason to reach out to the person, obviously, which is what you're saying about your phone. But you can like psych yourself out in so many ways of like, well, what if I just say this one thing, or like this might change it, or whatever. Like you're always trying to find a reason to have to like reach back out to somebody or whatever. It's like, don't do it.
Don't do it. Don't just like, and you know what? Like, here's the thing. It's like, if you want to get back with that person, if you give it time, if it's meant to happen, it truly will happen. But like, just like, and you know, pull a Khloe Kardashian, go to the gym, go for hikes, get yourself out of your house. It sounds impossible, but you know, do what I do and sleep in your workout clothes sometimes. So you just get up and go.
You got to get up and do it. Yeah, actually, that's a really good one. Is working out. That
it's true.
Awesome. Makes you feel better. You're clear. Like you look better. It's the way to do it.
It's true. What's your question? Do you have a cue? You have a cue that needs an girl?
From Bethany West.
Ooh,
so seriously, ladies, what do I have to do in order to be in your crew? Y'all transcend squad goals. # baby angel.
That makes me feel really cool.
I love it. It's great.
Look at us with a little bit of swagger, it seems. Well, guess what? You are in the crew.
Start drinking rosé wine. Cut off the sleeves of all of your shirts.
Yes. What else? Love Patrick Swayze.
Yes.
I think to be in the crew, you just got to be yourself. No pervs allowed. It's really easy. The rules are easy. You're in, girl. You messaged. We've seen it. You're in.
Unabashed, just be you. You do you, boo.
Yeah, I can't.
You do you, boo. You're in the crew. Oh my God, I'm going to tattoo that on my damn bicep.
I will end this friendship if I see the word boo tattooed on your body. I can't.
I meant to say blue. It was supposed to be blue.
Oh, boo. Ugh, I can't. No, but it's so funny because some of the questions were like, how did you come up with regular girls? Why that? And it's just because we don't want to, it's just be yourself. We're not perfect in any regard. Not even
quite shit sometimes.
Quite shit. Not even close. You know, my fridge is empty. All that's in there is soaking cashews and a bunch of chickpeas. You know, that's a regular girl sort of situation.
I have a lot of Mexican food in my fridge right now.
Really?
Like a lot.
I wish I was there.
Very good.
I wish I was there to eat that. But
Postmates.
Did you say Postmate it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. That's so, like, I've been Postmating late night McDonald's sometimes. Maybe that's why my skirts aren't fitting. Anyways, I thought I had lost weight. Like, I had convinced myself because I can't have a scale here because I'll go crazy. But, it's so funny that I talk about working out all the time because, as you know, I'm like, I eat bread almost exclusively. But I was convinced, I was like, I've been hiking every day and like my Fitbit is saying I'm burning like over 500 calories and I'm like, I'm doing really good. I threw on a skirt and I had to play an office lady yesterday. 2 Spanx. Had to put on 2 Spanx. But it's just like, you feel like, but maybe I am losing weight. I don't know.
Well, there's also like, I mean, it's like, when you're working out more and you build like more muscle, that always makes you put on weight too.
I've never heard anyone who works out who's like, oh my God, my pants aren't fitting anymore because I'm working out so much.
Oh my God, that happens to me all the time.
Really?
If I'm working out too much and my thighs will get bigger because I get more muscle and my pants will fit different. Yeah, that's real.
I've been hiking uphill. Like these are like hour and a half hikes uphill.
This is a real thing, sister. Yeah, it happens.
Look at you guys. I'm getting a Khloe Kardashian booty. Also, I think we talked about this. She got lipo for sure, right?
100%.
Yeah.
I find it so weird. So there was like recently those pictures of like them like at the beach or whatever. And like, I just don't understand how Kim Kardashian's body works.
Me neither. I don't know how she stands up.
I don't understand. Like, I guess, like, obviously they have, like, fake butts, even though they say that they don't, but obviously they do.
They have a lift,
nobody's body is shaped. No, but it's like their butt is so much bigger than their waist is, and I don't understand how you're not, like, a cartoon.
Because they got liposuction done in their abdomen to shrink their waist to make it really tiny, and then they've plumped out their hips and their butt. That's what they've done.
It's crazy.
Like, look at Kylie Jenner, because Kylie used to be super, super thin, and now all of a sudden she's developing the same body. Back. Yeah, and the big hips. She's like shaped like a Barbie.
I wonder if she's like contractually bound to have to change her body so that everyone believes that maybe they actually look like that.
Well, but Kendall Jenner doesn't.
Oh no, she doesn't. No,
although she's messing with her lips and stuff right now, and lifting up her face. But like, yeah, look at Kendall Jenner. Why is she the only one who doesn't look like everyone else? And now Kourtney Kardashian got a Brazilian butt job too.
She did?
Yeah. I mean, like, listen, could I read books? Yeah. Do I check the internet for these things? Yeah, I do.
Yes, I do.
Yes, I do. But yeah, anyways, can I just have their body? I would love to dress like them for like a week, like have their body and dress like so much silk. How do they sit down? How do you eat like a hot dog in those outfits? I don't know.
I don't understand. Like, I really don't get, like, it would actually, like, it would kind of make me more self-conscious, I think. I'd be like, like, anytime if I have on, like, too much makeup or something, like, I'm aware of it, and it makes me, like, more self-conscious. I'm like, I know I look like a ridiculous person right now, but whatever.
Me too. Okay, so we've got, I guess we're, like, the last 2 questions. Do you have any?
Last 2 questions.
Okay, so mine for Stacey, her Twitter is at Staceface, which is I used to be called that by a weird teacher. Actually, he was really cool. At the end of the week, he'd let us do hacky sack competitions, and he'd give us $5 whoever won.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he was pretty cool. So her question is hobbies that you love partaking in, but you never would have thought you would enjoy, and why? And do you have one?
A hobby that I do?
That you're like young Renee would have been like, what?
I have hobbies I wish I did.
Oh,
like I wish that I knit.
You could do that.
I know, but I just like I don't know how to teach myself. My mom knits a bunch, and she's tried to teach me, but I think she knits kind of wacky, so I don't even think there's like a proper way for me to learn.
Right.
Gosh, what else? I mean, I do but I've done that like since I was a kid. But like I'll like draw and like paint and stuff sometimes. But
you're really talented, but you're really good at that. You do those chalkboard stuff, and they look really cool.
Which, by the way, I came home the other day, and I did, the last one was of The Thing, and John fully erased it. It was actually really cute, though. But he like erased it to draw out a map of our neighborhood for someone staying at our house.
Oh.
Like, I put in so much work for this one chalk, and he just wiped it down and put on this map. My favorite part was at the very top. He wrote "not to scale," like it was like a true map.
Oh my God!
It was my favorite thing of all time. Like it cracked me up. It's so funny.
Renee,
I like doing chalkboard art.
Did he earnestly write not to scale?
Yep. Oh yeah.
Oh, John, I really
so
want to do Amazing
Race
with
legend.
him.
He should have drawn like a little legend on the map.
Please tell him I will do our video for Amazing Race, and
Topography.
We're driving. It should be 3 feet away. Not to scale. Not to scale. Be like, John, enough with your scales. Enough, John. My God, we know. Me just screaming at him. He's so tall. The interviews are like, he keeps drawing maps on the hotel stationery and he keeps telling me it's not to scale. It's like, I know it's not to scale. So adorable.
It made me so happy. It was so ridiculous.
That's so funny
what
to me.
Do you have? Do you have any like weird hobbies?
My one girlfriend, Anita, has gotten into, she's like a blissful, beautiful angel queen woman who's just like she's so like easy breezing, and she started doing embroidery, and it's like stunning. And she's also started woodworking, and she made us spoons. I don't know if I said this for our wedding. She carved us handmade spoons, and one is a little bigger than the other, so they're like spooning each other, and it's like out of like gorgeous wood. But she started embroidering, like doing those loop things, and she made boobs for all of our girlfriends.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so I'll be getting that in the mail, she said. But I would love to make those funny embroidery things. Like I was getting into making jewelry for a while, like funny bracelets, like hammering in the phrases.
Yeah.
I don't make
How
any.
do you do that?
Oh, I got this thing called like Darby Smart, which is a delivery service for crafters. So it's like you can pick the craft you want, and they send you all the things. So for Christmas, I got this like gift certificate to Darby Smart from my sister-in-law, and she
write that down. That's amazing.
I'll send it to you. Yeah. Hey, Darby Smart. And they sent me, then I decided to make like burnt, a wood burning kit for like coasters. So they send you like wooden coasters, and you can like burn designs or lettering or whatever in there. And then I got a jewelry making one with like, you get a hammer and like the stamped thing. So you stamp into like blanks, like metal blanks, and then you can curve them into bracelets. So
that's awesome.
So you put funny things in. But I want to do embroidery because like, Kelly Oxford has like, she got someone to embroider her favorite Kanye tweet, which is like, does anyone know where I can get a marble conference table from? Like or something. And she has that in her house. And I'm like, that's so funny. Like if you like were to embroider funny sayings. So I want to get more into that.
There's a girl that I follow on Instagram. I will have to get her name to send off to you, but she does these really pretty, like cactus atrium kind of ones, and they're unbelievable. But I actually think that those, because I subscribe to Martha Stewart magazine, because I'm 47.
No, that's great.
And she was featured in the magazine, so I actually think that she's selling the kits to do her embroidery, and they're beautiful. They're so cool.
Oh my God, please send them to me.
They're really, really great.
Those are the hobbies I wish.
Yeah, like I think those are always like fun, like arts and crafts things. I always like finding like different like craft things to do. One time I tried to felt a porcupine. It was very hard.
Oh, that's really hard. You stab yourself a lot when you do that too.
A ton.
It's too much.
It takes forever. Yeah, it takes a very long time.
Yeah, I wish I had I think one hobby I wish I had was gardening, but also, whatever.
Well, I just put up some like hanging flower baskets. I was gone for 3 days and the sun destroyed them. They're all dead.
Oh, in the desert? Impossible.
Dead. So I have to get like cactuses. Cacti.
Oh, no problem. You have that amazing cactus and you like decorate it for Christmas.
Thing.
I need to get cool stuff like that.
It's so good. I actually went into Rona the other day and got it. It's not as big, obviously, but it's like a good 3-4 feet tall. I put it outside.
Dang.
Yeah, it's like $50.
Wow,
well
that's
worth
not bad.
It.
Okay,
Rona does things right.
So, what is your last cue? Do we have the ultimate cue here?
Yeah, here's the ultimate cue.
Okay.
From D bitch.
Okay.
Do you both believe in aliens?
Yes. We don't even 100%. Need to think 100%. Like, so we got a lot of questions of like, have you seen spirits? Yeah. That is a regular girl hot tip. Aliens exist and we will find them and we will have them on the show.
Exist. I'm ending this recording. They exist. Too bad. Live with it.
No, a lot of questions were like, do you believe in like ghosts? Or if you're a new listener, hi, because we've gotten some new listeners. Hi, yes, aliens are our thing. We want to unpack it.
Send us. Oh, never mind. News, but that's not
no. If you're new to the podcast,
totally
listen. No pervs. We don't handle it. You will have to leave the party. You'll be kicked out of the squad. No pervs. No rosé for you.
Yeah, that's not like that's a regular girl hot tip. Be cool, man.
Be cool. And if you turn into a perv, obviously R.I.P. Get out of the crew.
Membership revoked. Gotta go.
Yeah, no, of course I do. I mean, like I'm now trying to dip my toe into some sleep meditations. I'm gonna let you guys. I'm trying them out. I'll let you know what the good ones are. I had some weird ones last night, and it didn't work. But
to make you have weird dreams.
No, there's this. No, I want to find like the good people that do it really well. Like there's this one guy I follow, and I've had like the deepest, most serene sleeps of my life after listening to him. And I have no problem sleeping. I'll sleep anywhere. But these have been like deep sleeps. Yeah.
I also recently got on the deep sleep bandwagon. This has nothing to do with aliens, but if you go to GNC, they have these cookie dough melatonin chews. R.I.P. daytime. You're out.
It's so true. Melatonin's so good. A girl said to me, I was talking to a friend of mine over Facebook. She's like, listen, I already took a melatonin. I'm out. Like, what? What does that mean?
It's not an Ambien. It's melatonin. Sometimes it doesn't work for me, but these ones, I am out. Like I'm down for the count. I slept like a zombie last night. It was awesome.
Can I recommend now if you want to like really just take it to the next like death sleep level, like Juliet, are you alive? Are you dead? Romeo doesn't know sort of thing. Take an Epsom salt bath, soak in that. That releases and like allows your body like to accept more melatonin apparently. And then you take a melatonin and you're like, zap, done. Goodbye.
What? Oh my God, that sounds dreamy.
Listen, I'm many things. Dr. Quinn is one.
God, that sounds so fantastic. I actually have Epsom salts here.
Do it. Let me know how it goes. Send me a voice memo. Well, I think we did it. We did the Q&A. I'm impressed.
Yeah, me too. You guys had some good questions. That was fun.
We'll have to do more. So we'll collect some of these and then we'll ask again when we're ready to do it. And now I guess now you just have to go to the UK and eat penguin cookies, which are so good.
Yeah, penguin cookies and some pub food.
Oh my God, bangers and mash.
Yeah, bangers and mash.
Buddy.
Have maybe some fish and chips. The curry there is fantastic.
Oh, the curry's so good. I remember when I went to London, the woman at the border security was like, "Why are you here?" And I said, "To eat." And she thought that was weird. She's like, no sights? And I went, I get it. I just want to eat everything. Yeah, I'm just here to eat.
etc. We're on to the next.
So shall we do a UK ghost then in celebration? I love that you did not even need to think about it. And that ghost had an accent. And yep, we heard it. Well, thank you guys for listening.
Thanks for your questions too, man. We appreciate it.
We do. Yeah. Bye, guys. I was trying to do a weird accent. It didn't work out.
Pip, pip. Smell you later. Bye.
Ew, bye.